Welcome to Your Wish Fulfilled, a magical podcast to manifest the feelings that you've already attained, everything you want right now, and from that space to attract and manifest a truly exceptional life. Today we're diving into love. And what could be better than love? Love is such a beautiful feeling, isn't it? Love is such a powerful feeling. And this is a chapter from The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Shinn's classic Law of Attraction manifestation book from the 1940s. And let's start by holding in mind something that you love. And just come into that feeling of love. Just think, what do you love? Could be a person, could be a higher power, a certain situation, your work, your creations, whatever it is. We love lots of things. Think of something you love to do, or love to be around, or someone you love. And just come into that feeling of love and just notice how wonderful it feels. And sending your love out all around you, to everyone, to all of the beings in your life, from your heart. And just notice how rich you feel as you become an embodiment of love, just sending that love and gratitude, blessings, good feelings. Ah, yes. So keep that feeling with you as we dive into this chapter on love. I'm going to read quite a lot from this chapter. It's a great chapter. Everyone on this planet is taking their initiation in love. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another. That love is a cosmic phenomenon, and it opens you to the fourth dimensional world, the world of the wondrous. Real love is selfless and free from fear. Tune into that. Real love is selfless and free from fear. It pours itself out upon the object of its affection without demanding any return. Its joy is in the joy of giving. Love is the divine in manifestation, and the strongest magnetic force in the universe. Pure, unselfish love draws to itself its own. It does not seek or demand. Scarcely anyone has the faintest conception of real love. Most people are selfish, tyrannical, fearful in their affections, thereby losing the thing that they love. Jealousy is the worst enemy of love, for the imagination runs riot, seeing the loved one attracted to another, and invariably these fears objectify if they are not neutralized. This is why, by the way, so few people are wealthy, because most people have negative feeling, jealousy, envy towards the rich. So you can't attain wealth if you don't like wealthy people. This is just an aside. If you have negative feeling towards anyone who's wealthy, whether they're people in the media or whoever it is, you are blocking wealth. right? We need to love everybody, and we need to love the things that we love. Otherwise, we block it. For example, a woman came to me in deep distress. The man she loved had left her for another woman, and he said he never intended to marry her. She was torn with jealousy and resentment, and then she hoped he would suffer as he had made her suffer, and added, "How could he leave me when I loved him so much?" I replied, "You're not loving that man, you're hating him," and added, "You can never receive what you have never given. Give perfect love and you will receive a perfect love. Perfect yourself on this man. Give him a perfect, unselfish love, demanding nothing in return. Do not criticize or condemn, and bless him wherever he is." She replied, "No, I won't bless him unless I know where he is." "Well," I said, "that is not real love. When you send out real love will return to you, either from this man or his equivalent. For if this man is not the divine selection, you will not want him. As you are one with the divine, you are one with the love which belongs to you by divine right." Several months passed and matters remained about the same, but she was working consciously with herself, and I said, "When you are no longer disturbed by his cruelty, he will cease to be cruel, as you are attracting it through your own emotions." Then I told her of a brotherhood in India who never said good morning to each other. They used the words, "I salute the divinity within you," Namaste. They saluted the divinity in every man and in the wild animals in the jungle, and they were never harmed, for they saw only God in every living thing. I said, "Salute the divinity in this man and say, 'I see your divine self only. I see you as God sees you, perfect, made in divine image and likeness.'" What a wonderful practice for everyone in our life. She found she was becoming more poised and gradually losing her resentment. He was a captain, and she always called him the Cap. One day she said suddenly, "God bless the Cap wherever he is." I replied, "Now that is real love, and when you have become a complete circle and are no longer disturbed by the situation, you will have his love or attract its equivalent." I was moving at the time and didn't have a telephone, so I was out of touch with her for a few weeks, when one morning I received a letter saying, "We are married." At the earliest opportunity, I paid her a call. My first words were, "What happened?" "Oh," she explained, "a miracle. One day I woke up and all the suffering had ceased. I saw him that evening and he asked me to marry him. We were married in about a week, and I've never seen a more devoted man." There is an old saying, "No man is your enemy, no man is your friend. Every man is your teacher." So one should become impersonal and learn what each one has to teach. And soon you will learn the lessons and be free. This woman's lover was teaching her selfless love, which everyone, sooner or later, must learn. Isn't this fascinating, right? What we send out comes back to us. And so many of these things, they're selfish, right? If we're giving out energy and doing these things, we want something. But when it's pure, then we get it. The magic happens. Suffering is not necessary for your development. It is the result of violation of spiritual law. But few people seem to be able to rouse themselves from their soul sleep without it. When people are happy, they usually become selfish, and automatically the law of karma is set in action. You often suffer loss through lack of appreciation. I once knew a woman who had a very nice husband, but she said often, "I don't care anything about being married. I'm just simply not interested in married life." She had other interests, and she scarcely ever thought of her husband and got on with other things and did her own life. One day, her husband told her that he had fallen in love with another woman. She came to me in distress and resentment. I replied, "It's exactly what you spoke the word for. You said you didn't care anything about being married, so the subconscious worked to get you unmarried." She said, "Oh yes, I see. People get what they want and then feel very much hurt." She soon became in perfect harmony with the situation, and we knew they were both much happier apart. When someone becomes indifferent or critical and ceases to be an inspiration to others, then things fall apart. So this is such an important law, the law of love. Are we coming from our heart and giving love sincerely and purely? Or are we selfish? This is a very deep question. In relationships, right? Can we give to the people we love without selfish motive? It's a very high level, it's a very high bar. Because we'll get back more when we do that. Remember, the law of karma is always working, so you can never actually do anything without getting something back. We can't actually be selfless in the sense that we always receive the return. But we can aim to give purely from our heart without looking for a result. If we do something sincerely with the intention of being of service and sharing love and giving light, and that is in and of itself its own reward, then magical things tend to manifest. But when we are only doing things out of a selfish motive, then what are we going to get? So we have to really tune into these things, be honest, and make sure that we're coming from that beautiful space within our hearts. And it's also worth remembering that the most successful people in the world tend to be those who find something that they love to do that also helps others. And they do it again and again and again until they crack the code. So one is being loving towards ourselves, another is being loving towards others and towards life. And then the third thing is being loving towards our work and the things that we spend our time doing. So the more you are doing the things that you love to do, that you find enjoyable, and also help people, the more likely it is that you're going to get success. I mean, I enjoy doing these podcasts. I love sharing. I love practicing meditation. I love feeling really, really, really good. And so I could do this anyway. Well, that's why I'm doing it now, right? So how can you come into that feeling of love, stay in that feeling, dedicate your life to being of service from a place of love? staying in that higher consciousness and giving blessings and peace and good vibrations, and staying in that space again and again and again as you attract towards yourself every success with ease and grace. So thank you for your beautiful presence. Enjoy. Thank you for being here. Wishing you every success on everything you do. And by the way, I always appreciate if you'd like to leave a review for this podcast. That's the only thing I ask. I just love to share, but it really touches my heart to hear back from you. And if you have any questions about any topics or challenges, you can just tell me what they are, and I'm happy to share more about it. So big smiles. Blessings and love. Stay in that beautiful space, and talk to you soon.